Three friends from Detroit, Rocky, Alex, and Money, decided to break into a rich family's house. Alex managed to turn off the security system, and they quickly started picking out the fanciest things they could find. Once they had everything they wanted, they threw a rock through the glass door and ran away. Rocky lives with her younger sister Diddy, along with their mean mother Ginger and her boyfriend Trevor, who often treat them badly. Rocky makes a heartfelt promise to Diddy that she will find a way for both of them to leave and start a fresh life together in California. Alex lives with his dad, who works hard as a policeman, often pulling extra shifts at the local police station, which keeps him away from home a lot. Alex, wanting to find a way to improve their situation, uses his father's computer access to search for rich people who might be targets for theft. Money hears from one of his sources about a man living alone in a house rumored to have over $300,000 in cash hidden inside. The man, a war veteran, lost his daughter in a car accident and now lives alone. Rocky thinks it could be their final robbery, so she's eager to go along. However, Alex initially disagrees with the idea. Eventually, Rocky persuades him to join them, partly because Alex has feelings for her, even though she's currently with Money. The three friends start watching the man's house, which stands alone in a rundown neighborhood where all the other houses are abandoned and falling apart. They discover that the man is blind. Alex feels uneasy about robbing someone who can't see, but Money argues that being blind doesn't make him a good person. Suddenly, the man's fierce Rottweiler dog leaps onto their car door, scaring them all badly. That night, the three friends carry out their plan to break into the blind man's house. The friends approach the blind man's house carefully. Money uses a drug to make the dog fall asleep, clearing their way to enter safely. Rocky bravely climbs through a small bathroom window first and manages to deactivate the security system. While waiting for her to finish, Money teases Alex about his feelings for Rocky. When Rocky returns and unlocks the back door, Money heads upstairs and discovers the blind man sleeping with the TV on. The blind man stirs at a noise but simply turns off the TV and goes back to sleep. Money then uses gas in the room to ensure the man stays asleep and doesn't hear anything further. As they explore, the three friends come across a locked door leading to the basement, where they believe the blind man keeps his money. Money takes charge and starts breaking down the door, which alerts the blind man downstairs. Money tries to calm the situation, saying he doesn't want any trouble, until he suddenly pulls out a gun and aims it at the blind man. The blind man cautiously approaches as Money holds the gun to his face. Just as the blind man nears, he swiftly disarms Money and pins him against the wall. He demands to know how many intruders are in the house. Money, scared, admits it's just him and begs the blind man to let him go. The blind man loosens his grip momentarily, but then fatally shoots Money in the neck and head. Money's lifeless body falls to the ground, shocking Rocky, who hides in a nearby closet. The blind man then proceeds to open a safe containing his money. Rocky glimpses the code 2978 as the man exits the room, leaving her in terrified silence. Alex goes searching for Rocky once they realize the blind man is securing all the doors and windows. They agree their only option is sneaking out through the basement and using the cellar door to escape outside. Rocky first gathers all the money from the safe and packs it into her bag. As they make their way towards the basement, they unexpectedly encounter the blind man emerging from that direction. They stay silent as he cautiously holds Money's gun. Suddenly, a phone rings, startling the man into firing a quick shot. Rocky and Alex seize the opportunity to quietly descend the stairs as the man drags Money's lifeless body outside. In the basement, Rocky is startled to find a woman chained to the wall. Both Rocky and Alex are scared at first and consider leaving her behind until the woman shows them a newspaper article. It turns out her name is Cindy, and she was involved in the accidental death of the blind man's daughter, though she was cleared of any wrongdoing. Rocky and Alex decide to free her and lead her toward the cellar door. However, their escape is thwarted when they find the blind man waiting for them as they open the door. He shoots and hits Cindy in the face, killing her instantly. Rocky and Alex manage to hide, watching in horror as the man discovers he has shot Cindy. He mourns her and becomes enraged, yelling in anguish. While the blind man is distracted, Alex seizes the opportunity to grab the man's keys. Determined to escape, he suggests they try to reach the front door. As they cautiously make their way back upstairs, the blind man turns off the basement lights, plunging them into darkness. Rocky and Alex grope around, trying to find each other as the man fires his gun. Rocky nearly touches the blind man but stops when Alex calls out to her. The blind man then catches Alex and attempts to shoot, only to find his gun empty. In a desperate move, Alex pushes a shelf over, trapping the man momentarily. Taking advantage of the moment, he and Rocky race upstairs, fleeing for their lives. Alex uses a crowbar to hold the door shut, but when he and Rocky attempt to escape, they discover that the dog has awakened and is ready to pounce on them. They flee from the dog and manage to lock it in a room, temporarily securing their safety. However, their relief is short-lived as the blind man emerges from the basement and confronts Alex. He viciously punches Alex several times in the face and seems to stab him with garden shears. Then, turning his attention to Rocky, the blind man knocks her unconscious as well, leaving both friends in a dire and dangerous situation. Rocky wakes up, finding herself chained in the same place where Cindy had been. She tries to reason with the blind man, telling him that his actions won't bring his daughter back. He responds grimly, saying there's some truth in that. He reveals that he intended for Cindy to bear him a child as a kind of replacement for the one she caused the death of, and he had planned to release her after she gave birth. Now that Cindy is dead, his hopes for a new child are shattered, and he blames Rocky for this loss. In a disturbing turn of events, the blind man cuts a hole in Rocky's pants and retrieves a baster filled with his own semen. He prepares to impregnate Rocky against her will. Fortunately, Alex wakes up just in time and grabs a hammer. He strikes the blind man on the head, freeing Rocky from imminent harm. Together, they manage to handcuff the man to a nearby pole. Filled with anger and a desire for revenge, Rocky kicks the man and forcefully shoves the bastard into his mouth. They decide to leave him restrained and alone in the basement, opting not to involve the police because the man could easily retaliate by revealing Rocky and Alex's illegal entry into his home. Feeling a mix of relief and trauma, Rocky and Alex leave the basement, hoping to put this horrific ordeal behind them and move on with their lives. Rocky and Alex hurry back upstairs, determined to escape. They succeed in opening the front door, but to their horror, the blind man has recovered and shoots Alex, killing him instantly. Rocky flees for her life as the blind man releases his dog to chase her. Desperately, Rocky rushes towards Money's car, hoping to find safety. However, in her haste, she drops her bag outside the car. With the dog closing in, Rocky opens the trunk of the car, hoping to lure the animal inside and trap it, giving her a chance to escape. Her plan works, and she manages to shut the trunk door, temporarily containing the dog. Thinking quickly, Rocky moves to retrieve her bag from where she dropped it. Just as she reaches for the money, the blind man appears again, catching her off guard. In a swift and brutal move, he knocks Rocky unconscious once more, leaving her at his mercy. The blind man drags Rocky back to his house, intent on carrying out his sinister plans. As fear and despair grip her, Rocky feels a sudden boost of courage when a ladybug lands on her hand, a small sign of hope in a dire situation. Seizing the moment, Rocky notices the security system control nearby and activates it, setting off the alarm. The loud noise distracts the blind man, buying her precious moments to act. With adrenaline coursing through her veins, Rocky grabs a crowbar and strikes the blind man repeatedly on the head. Her blows are relentless until he stumbles backward and falls into the basement, his own gun accidentally discharging and injuring him in the side. Taking advantage of the chaos, Rocky swiftly gathers the stolen money and flees from the house before the police arrive. Determined to leave this nightmare behind her, she runs, clutching the money tightly, hoping to find safety and a way to start anew. Now with Diddy at the Detroit airport, Rocky feels a mix of relief and anticipation as they prepare to embark on their fresh start. However, her sense of peace is shattered when she catches a news report on TV. The report reveals that the blind man, against all odds, survived their encounter and that only 2 intruders were reported to have broken into his home, both of whom he allegedly killed. Fear grips Rocky as she realizes the danger they narrowly escaped. Without hesitation, she grabs Diddy's hand tightly and makes a decision. They must leave Detroit behind for good, determined to keep them both safe from the horrors of their past. Which movie should we recap next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more movie recaps. Thanks for watching.